I'll train reactor spin fire. The NFT analyzer. Diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer.
All right, fam. Good morning. Hey, forgive the lateness, man. I'm a little something today. A little excited, a little redacted, man. Feels good today, huh? How we doing, Gravity? Good morning, sir. Tickle. Dude, a warrior. At the airport heading to Nashville. Bitcoin 2024. Is that the name? Bitcoin 2024 Nashville. Yeah. Dude, it's going to be a blast out there, huh? A lot of people heading out. I know English driving out there. Flight canceled. Like, flights are still a mess, I hear, right? So, hope the travels are safe. Hope no delays, all that good stuff. But yeah, hit us up when you're in Nashville if you got anybody cool out there, any breaking stuff. You know where to report that in. Good morning, Marco. All right, guys, man, a lot going on, of course. As usual in this space. And a heads up, if you're not subscribed here to SlamX, better fix that. Maybe right now. Sign up or subscribe over on SlamX Official. It's on YouTube. It's SlamX.io over on X. A lot coming, guys. More about SlamNet, SlamChain, SlamLink, Slam. Man, a lot of cool shit coming. Can't wait to reveal more here coming up very soon. All right, let's get into some big stories this morning, guys. We start with this. We start with VanEck's tweet yesterday about tomorrow, which is today, which has got me sounding kind of like Kamala Harris here. It's here. It's here. Ethereum ETFs are here. They're live. They're trading. Definitely want to get to that. Want to look. I think we already have some sources to see how they're being traded, how it's impacting the market. But I have been stuck on this tweet from VanEck yesterday. Stuff like why use a Pudgy Penguin, which they've been using, right? They've been using it in promotions now for I want to say a couple months at this point, but they've tweeted out pictures before. I feel like they had like a Pudgy in a director's chair, something like that. The point there is they've been using a Pudgy Penguin, and I'm trying to figure out what is the link, what's the real connection there to Pudgy Penguins. And I'll tell you what, even as recently as yesterday and early this morning, I'm like, man, it's just a mascot, right? It's awesome. It's cool, but it's a mascot. Like there's nothing deeper there, right? There's not an NFT ETF coming yet. I'm sure that's coming at some point here. But for now, it's just a mascot, which is really cool. You know, who doesn't like the Pudgy Penguins? But then we saw a tweet from Luca Nets that followed a longer trailer here. And I want to play that trailer here. But the trailer, or excuse me, Luca's tweet unlocked everything. Like, literally had another one of those aha moments, which I live for, man. I live for that. Like, I live for it here in the space. I live for it anywhere. I love learning, and I love having my mind change, and I love when something clicks. I love that moment. So VanEck tweeted, I kind of want to show that first, but VanEck tweeted their full trailer, and it's fucking phenomenal, man. Like, just top-tier quality animation. But again, it's Luca Net's reply to this tweet that got me. It got me in that aha moment, and I'm so excited, man, to understand what Luca's vision is for Pudgy Penguins. Man, it's... Think about their roadmap before, right? All those blank spaces, and of course, you're going to plug in Abstract in their places, right? The Abstract blockchain, which they've acquired. And assuming you're going to plug in their token, which was called Frame, we don't know what it's called now. Let's just call it Pudgy or Fish or whatever it is. You're going to plug in that token in various places. What I never was able to grasp from that roadmap, and I don't think anybody could, is their broader objective. Something that hangs over all of that, and it's like Luca's saying here. Pudgy Penguins, he said, are going to be the face of NFTs, but he never showed his hand until now. He never revealed what they truly are going to be, which isn't just the face of NFTs, guys. It's the face of all of crypto. All of crypto. Think about that. When you think of Bitcoin, you think of maybe a honey badger, and you might think of a bull, and you might think of the Bitcoin logo. You don't think of a character per se. You don't think of an official mascot yet. And the same applies to ETH. And the same applies to all these other blockchains. There's memes, and there's memes that have certainly taken on a life of their own. But there is yet to be a single mascot that's really unified everything. Bored Apes maybe had that potential early on, right? Aping into shit. There was an opportunity there, but Pudgy Penguins nailed it. Pudgy penguins are that, and I can't believe that we got this confirmation. That's what this is. Confirmation that this is Lucanet's goal with Pudgy penguins. It's to be the mascot and the symbol of crypto, and he's going to win at this. He's going to succeed at this. So make no mistake, Vanek rocking a Pudgy penguin and using that as their promotional materials here, as their character, that's just the start. That's just the start. Let me play this trailer here because it's incredible. Incredible. Using this to promote their ETF that is live right now, live and trading. But I'm sorry, man. As awesome as it is having Ethereum ETFs live and trading, I'm an NFT guy at heart. It's NFTs that really got me into crypto. And this explains, this really sums up why, because NFTs are so much more relatable. You have such a different kind of attachment to a character than you do a token. This is going to work, and Luca's a very, very smart man, guys. All right, let's check this out.
Let there be an open source network where money flows more transparently. Let there be transactions without resource-intensive mining activities. Let there be tech that can unchain.
It's
Your
so
code is the
good,
key.
man. It's so fucking
Let Ether
good.
be. Enter the Ether with ETH fee. You can now get Ether exposure for 0 fees with the Vanek Ethereum ETF. An investment in the trust involves significant risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The trust is not an investment company registered under the Investment Company Act of 1940 or a commodity pool for the purposes of the Commodity Exchange Act, and thus offers
It's fucking
fewer
beautiful. I might
investor
start crying.
protections. Brokerage fees and
Be
commissions
like one of
may
those
apply.
unhinged lefty videos. Or unhinged righty videos. It's all the same thing. They're all this, not to get political already, they're all the same people. It's people losing their minds on the left and the right. They're all the same. They're the same damn thing. What a phenomenal commercial, right? And am I crazy? Did you guys see this coming? Am I just super late to the game? Or is this a pretty big reveal? That Pudgy penguins are the mascot of crypto. Sorry, I didn't see it. I've been scratching my head trying to figure out, like, what's their end game? What's the goal here? I didn't see this. I was too narrow focused. I was way too narrow focused, man. Look, he didn't need to win me over. I already was, man, a huge fan of this guy and a huge fan of the Pudgy penguins. I had a little Pudgy. I missed the little guy. Got him stolen, you know? Would love to work my way back in, and will. Honestly, it's got to be a goal of mine at this point, because these guys, they did it. They did what Lucanet said. They're the face of NFTs, and goddamn it, in a matter of, I'm sure, months at this point. Let's just say this. We got a definitive time, and I would love to see this on Polymarket somehow, but are the Pudgy penguins the face of crypto, let's say by end of 2025? I don't see any way they're not. I don't see it. I don't see it. So, man, I'm proud of these guys. And as an NFT space, I hope this is something we rally behind, because this reflects fantastically on us, right? An NFT representing this entire space. Come on. Look at this, dude. I don't just have this stuff on my desk because I like it and because I'm a degen. I have it because it makes a lot of sense and it works. And my kids actually like this stuff. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. My kids actually enjoy this stuff. This isn't cringe to my kids. It's not. And I'm not just saying that. It's not cringe. My kids think they're cool. My kids' friends talk about them. My kids' friends talk about NFTs now. I'm not kidding you. This is a recent development here in the past couple of weeks. My kids' friends are asking them about NFTs. It's changing out there. So now kids, and look, I'm not going to tailor this to kids because kids don't need to be touching crypto yet. And actually, I'll tell you this, not going to get into it now, but I could make an argument that they should. That they already do with Roblox and with Robux there and with Fortnite and what's their currency? V-Bucks? They already do. I really think crypto's a way for them to do that a little more safe and responsibly. All right? Imagine sending them some tokens to a wallet that require... picture a Gnosis safe requires their signature and yours. Notification pops up on your phone just like it does now, right? But approve, sign. There's a way to use crypto to teach kids financial responsibility too. I'm telling you, there is. But right now, they will see the Pudgy penguin, and let's hope, and I believe this right now, that the people representing this space right now are the right ones to bring kids in safely, and I believe they are. So man, I'm really excited. It was obvious, huh? Yeah, okay. I didn't see it. So I'm with you, Tickle. I definitely understood its ability to onboard. I just, for whatever reason, again, it's really stupid of me, but I didn't see Luca looking to represent the whole crypto space. Again, really stupid of me. So absolutely saw him championing IP and NFTs and gaming and anime, all that stuff. I saw him as a champion of that. For whatever reason, didn't see the crypto angle. I didn't see it. And man, I couldn't be more happy right now to have that revealed. So yeah, really, really excited this morning. I would love to talk more about that. I got to get Luca Nets on this show. Luca, if you're watching, man, you are welcome anytime, sir. Anytime. Hit me up. Hit me up, man. Would love to get Luca on here sometime, pick his brain and talk vision, because the man's got the vision in a way nobody else does. All right, I'm done being a Luca stan for right now. Just for right now. Want to get to ETFs. Want to get to the crypto market. I got to tell you guys. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Tickle. I bought some art this morning. That's why I'm extra excited now, too. It's this great news in front of us here. It's NFTs in such a positive light like this. I bought some art. And how it feels so great, man. We just had the soul-sucking meme coin season, which is a blast still. It is. But people are hungry to buy something they connect with, right? The NFTs do that. NFTs so much more personal. They are. But even more personal and having a deeper connection, I've got that with art more than I do a PFP. And I love some of these PFPs. I love them. But art is just this next level, this deeper layer of substance that I love it so much. And I think a lot of us, again, I always walk that back. I speak for myself, but have been craving that extra substance, been craving art to return. And man, I am feeling the pendulum swinging everywhere here. IRL, right? You're feeling this pendulum swing from, I'm not getting too political here, but from wokeness now swinging the opposite direction, right? There's good and bad that comes with that, obviously. I'm feeling in the NFT space the swing from meme coins and shit coins back to NFTs. Not PFPs yet. I'm not feeling that, although it's there. But I'm feeling that swing back to art. There's been such a big hole there, a big hole. I mean, man, again, the soul-sucking meme coin season, it has been a wasteland in NFTs now for a year. And really, I mean, we think back to last summer when the Azuki Mint really kind of killed the space, but it was dead before that. In the same way that in 2022, NFTs were dead before the other side mint. That was just the final. That was the bookend to that period of the market. It was the bookend. The Azuki Mint, the Elementals Mint, was the bookend to 2023. But before that, again, that's why I say over a year, it has been a wasteland here in NFTs. And so at this point, I think people are itching, yes, to get back into NFTs, but something that we haven't really focused on in so long. And again, that's art. So my buddy Walshy, man, some big sales he had over on Tezos. Some people are getting back to serious collecting. Some of his Die With the Most Like ones, saw those sold. Dude made a bag. Dude really did well here in the past 24 hours. I've been throwing offers on art. I've been buying some art. And I'm going to be buying more art because things have changed now. So excited to do that. Excited to be back into art. Excited to be talking about art, man. Okay, but we got to get to the ETFs and we got to get to crypto. And I'm coming back to the art. We're going to go dig through some of that. I got to talk more about Pudgies, but here we go. Thank you, Dad. Yes, like and subscribe, fam. Appreciate that always. You guys are great at keeping up on that. So much better than me. I got to get better there. But again, Tickle, it's a good way of putting it. He is Leonidas on steroids in every way, and love Leonidas. But Luca is a master at this, a master. And Luca, Luca is Yoda, and or Obi-Wan, probably Yoda, and Leonidas is just he's a Jedi Knight. He's a good guy, and he's training and he's dedicated and all that. But yeah. Oh my goodness, yes sir. I mean, we had another Rare Pepe #1 sell in the past 24 hours. I didn't see how much. I'm going to guess around 100. I'll say 180,000 or so. Those are going way too cheap, by the way. Rare Pepe's #1s. Man, they've been selling way too cheap. Those are the grails of the grails. 100 editions of those things. I'll pull them up in a minute, but Those are being let go way too cheap. A lot of people are going to be regretting those. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. God, it feels good in this space right now. All right, so ETH ETFs are here, guys. The SEC approved nine spot Ethereum ETFs. 8 of those 9s are custodied by Coinbase. I love it. What a great moment for them, right? Also champions of this space. Also fighting the good fight. You know, like sometimes I like to avoid the corporate-y feeling whatevers, businesses, projects, whatever. Not these guys. Not anymore. Right? As a space, we've really rallied behind places like Coinbase, they're literally going to war for us. So, man, happy for these guys. Excited to see their continued growth and success here. 8 of the 9 ETFs custodied by these guys. Love to see it. Oh, dude, I didn't know this either. I didn't know they were powering I don't know what this means exactly. Trusted partner and custodian powering 10 of the 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs. I didn't know that. 10 of the 11 they're also custodying. Interesting. Really good. Tickle, yes. I hope so, man. I hope so. Although, I'll get to... Remind me to come back to that. I hope you're still around here in about 15, 20 minutes when we get back to art. I hope so. I love collecting art, obviously. A little disappointed in the quality of art, and that's not a knock on the artists. It's more a knock on the tech over on Bitcoin. But I do think there's ways around that and fixes to it. I'm a little less impressed with on-chain art over there so far, but I know there's a lot of people, like where there's a will, there's a way. There's a lot of people who want to see art on Bitcoin succeed in a big, big way, and I think it will. So I'm looking forward to that. Really, really looking forward to that. For now, man, I'm enjoying collecting on Tezos because it's been a minute, and I am not done shopping. I'll just say that. Looking at Zancan stuff, especially. All right, let's give a refresh here to the crypto markets. Believe it or not, it might have been a sell the news event, maybe. Bitcoin here at 66.6, ETH at 3,400, Solana at 175. Nothing major happening here. Again, considering that ETH ETFs are now live. Oh my God. Okay, breaking news. Little breaking news, but we'll take it. Rec Drinks has been teasing a new drink coming out. Teasing something at the very least. Obviously, here's the reveal, or here's the bigger tease. But yes, something is brewing. Rec Drinks 2.0, a new beverage coming with a Pudgy penguin seemingly featured here. Oh, a sparkling water. Come on. Dude, it's still Pudgy season. It's the Pudgy summer. It ain't over yet. More news coming out of those guys. I'm sure of it, but had to break that here. Really cool to see that. Really cool to see that. Again, crypto not really cooking yet, and it may end up that this was a sell the news event in the short term, as was Bitcoin when the ETFs launched. It could be. Long term, man, I couldn't be more excited, more bullish on this space. Here you go. Yesterday, though, massive day for trading volume over in those ETFs, and I'll show you exactly how much. But BlackRock, all on its own, 912 million in volume, total volume. That's inflows and outflows. And you can see here on the day, those ETFs ended up being up $533 million. So a massive day. In fact, that was the biggest day of inflows in 7+ weeks. So a massive day yesterday. Very curious how it looks today, and we'll end up seeing those numbers tonight. But really curious how this is going to look. Again, the ETH ETFs are very, very disruptive for this ecosystem in the best ways. And with disruption and volatility, well, comes volatility in crypto too. This doesn't mean price goes up. Long term it does, but short term, and while things are volatile and while people are feeling things out, man, wild swings. We're going to crash and we're going to rocket. We're going to find a new all-time high at some point here, but volatility, and where there's volatility, there's opportunities. I like that quote. It's probably someone else's quote, but I'm stealing it. I like it. Where there's volatility, there are opportunities. Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting, because, of course, that volatility we just mentioned is going to be paired with a whole bunch of Bitcoin being sold off again, just like we saw a few weeks back with Germany selling, what was it, like about $3 billion worth of Bitcoin? Well, that $9 billion amount Gox Bitcoin, at this point, we've had about $4 billion, maybe almost $5 billion moved. right? I'm thinking back to a couple of weeks. We saw almost 2 billion moved. We got another 2.8 billion so far today, and this could have been updated since this post. I do want to check. But the first batch last week made it out to Kraken. Kraken at that point had 7 to 14 days they said it would take to get to creditors. What do they do with it? We don't know. I think it's safe to assume a good chunk of that's going to be sold. Everybody who is getting Bitcoin back from Mt. Gox is well in the profits. Well in the profits, so absolutely expecting a good chunk of that to be sold. But my goodness, guys, with inflows like this, if we're chewing through $500 million worth of Bitcoin a day, 10 days to get through this supply, if all of it hits the market. And I don't expect all of it to hit the market. Half. So at this rate, 5 days to chew through all that Bitcoin. I don't expect us to keep up this pace either, but maybe. Maybe because once we get through that period, get through the Mt. Gox Bitcoin, what else is there to keep this market down? I'm telling you, I can't think of anything. The presidential election is going to factor in here. So, of course, there's some fear that if Donald Trump doesn't win, and I don't know if this is founded fears, by the way, but there is some fear or concern that if Trump doesn't win, that it's not good for crypto. I don't know if that's necessarily true, I'll be honest. But what other catalysts do you have out there that keep crypto down? In fact, I just see the opposite. I see the FTX repayments, which I believe totals 15 or 16 billion, right? Those are going out to creditors later this year. I believe by October or November. That's going out as cash. 15 to 16 billion dollars getting in the hands of previous crypto investors. Let me say that again, of crypto investors, guys who are already in crypto. Now getting loaded up with 15 to 16 billion dollars. So similar to this thought that some of that Mt. Gox Bitcoin is definitely going to get sold, some of that FTX crypto or cash is absolutely coming back into the crypto markets. Absolutely. No doubt about it. A couple billion seems pretty likely. Half of that money? Don't know, but don't know. I don't want to put too much hopium out there. But they're crypto investors. What else do you think they're going to do with that money? Especially if we've not found our all-time high yet. Especially if crypto is still kind of depressed. Especially if we're hanging around these levels. What do you think they're going to do? These people invested in crypto because they believe in crypto. And people who believe in crypto don't think we're going to see just a tiny new all-time high. Man, all of us think we're going to 100K, 200K. A lot of us think we're going to 1 million, and I'm one of those. I'm one of those, man. Very nice tickle. Okay, Ven, I'll check. Aeons do have a bottom. Hey, oh, yeah, okay. I want to get to NFT floor prices and talking about still Pudgies, all that good stuff. Remind me to come back to questions like that. Because I definitely want to talk about it. Definitely. And God, can't wait to talk about art here. Okay, want to peek at Arkham real quick. I do want to see if they've updated those totals, the Mt. Gox Bitcoin. This is great, by the way. They identified all of those ETH ETFs. Okay, so you can actually track them live there. I've got these pulled up. I don't know if we need to dive in there yet, but you can track them, which is great. Good stuff. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yeah, those Bitcoin flows were massive yesterday, man. There it is. And that's what we saw. I think that's essentially the same figure here. What did they say? 523. We got 533, Bill. Yeah. So that's counting both inflows and outflows, I'm assuming, right? It's why it's such a big number. So they're just counting, I think they're counting total volume here, inflows and outflows. It's a big number, man. Space looking fantastic right now, guys. Okay, we're watching out for this still here too. Let me get some jams going. Okay, we're watching out for this grayscale ETH. $1 billion worth of ETH was sent to Coinbase. I don't think we know quite yet. Well, let's see. Don't know quite yet what they're doing with it. Kind of hard to see here. Yeah, I guess we're not going to see unless we track. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to track it over on Coinbase Prime. Right, that's a kind of a catch-all kind of wallet, I'm assuming here. Volatility. Sticking to that narrative here. The most volatile period for crypto we have ever seen, and we're right in the thick of it right now. And it's only going to get more wild. Can't wait. But yeah, crypto. Mass adoption's here, right on the cusp of it. I don't think we're actually like in the thick of it here. I think we're on the cusp of it here. Mass adoption, consumer crypto. I love that term, by the way, man. Consumer crypto is awesome. It's perfect. And again, Pudgy Penguin's the face of consumer crypto. I absolutely love it. All right, Tickle. Safe travel, sir. But yeah, let's touch base later today. Oh, I'm going to miss you on Destiny, man, but I'll do my part still. Here is some cool news, by the way. U.S. politicians can now accept on-chain donations. I didn't see what tokens they actually accept. Just assume the big ones, right? ETH, Bitcoin, USDC, you know, that kind of stuff. Oh, damn. Okay, well, thousands. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. So they accept it, and I imagine it cashes it out immediately, and they get USD. So, pretty cool. Polymarket is part of consumer crypto. Believe it or not, it is. Polymarket is part of that. Mass appeal. Absolutely. Polymarket is a consumer crypto product. Betting, man. It's pure, simple degen betting, and it's incredible. Fuck Joe. Absolutely fuck that guy. Love you, Joe. Kidding, buddy. If people expect Bitcoin to go over 100K this bull, what is the expectation for new all-time high? Oh, ETH all-time high. Yeah, dude. Interesting thought. I'm one of those people that thinks that ETFs are not exactly priced in. I don't think they are. I'm not going to be shocked to see 2x at this number right here. ETH all-time high this cycle. Purely, actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull up a chart. Do not tell Lemon. Okay. Dare I do it, man? I'm not going to do it on screen yet. And don't tell Lemon. Last time I pulled up a chart, I kind of crashed this market. It's kind of what happened, so. Yeah, man. Okay. You know what? I'm going to be honest. I'm not giving predictions because I don't know how to predict something like this. I don't know how you predict all-time highs. Like, of course, I think we all have learned how to chart and predict levels, right? We know where to find our support and resistance. We know these channels that crypto trades between. So when we hit a rough patch, we've got pretty good ideas of the next levels we fall to, right? And when we've got these recoveries, we know about where these things will recover to. Right, we know those channels. But discovering new all-time highs is really tricky, and there's other factors that come in there. I'm not even going to pretend to know, so I'm not throwing up a chart on screen and jinxing us here. I can't do it. But let's just say I'm going to go with my stupid caveman brain, and I'm going to say I don't see how we're not close to 10K. I don't see it. I don't see it, man. Good morning, Captain. I just don't see it. And what I can't wait for is NFTs to catch a bid again. I can't wait for it, man. I'm so excited for that, and I feel like it's very close. Now, I'm showing cross-chain NFT sales yesterday, but I'm quickly going to flip to right now a rolling 24 hours because it's pretty clear we're actually up. Like, NFTs are really starting to cook right now. Yesterday, 14.8 million cross-chain sales. And this week with Bitcoin 2024 Nashville, definitely expecting this to pull back this week, right? A little bit of a slower week as we have a big convention going on. Of course, Trump's speaking out there, so a lot of people actually going to attend this thing, and everybody's watching that, right? So NFTs pulling back this week kind of makes sense. usually happens when these conferences are happening. So we did see that yesterday. And pretty darn rare we see Mondays see less volume than a Sunday. Doesn't happen often, but there you have it. But yeah, down across the board. Sellers, buyers, transactions way up, guys. Average sale price way up. And I spoke about this morning on Inside NFTs, guys. This is what mass adoption looks like, right? It's a little taste of it. Mass adoption looks like high volume, low sale prices, low value, right? Cheap NFTs. Cheap NFTs, but tons of them. Yesterday is a great example of that. Get used to that, because when consumer crypto is really blowing up, right? When everybody's trading, when everybody's got an NFT of some sort, right? Whether it's just tickets or a reward program, anything, right? It's going to look more like this. In fact, less. Average sale price will be way less. I bet you average sale price, I'm picturing like 10 years down the road, right? When everything's tokenized. Wouldn't be shocked to see average sale price of NFTs as a whole, the entire market, right? Comprising so many different kinds of assets. A few bucks, right? Average sale price of an NFT, a few bucks. Now, at the same time, everything we see on our collection rankings today still is going to apply. In fact, bigger. We're still going to see hundreds of thousands of dollars thrown into collections every day. What is that? Ooh, I got to peek at whatever that is. Hundreds of thousands a day, if not millions a day, and we'll see NFTs that are worth 100 ETH floor prices. We're going to see it. I'm with Luca here. I'm totally with Luca here. Pudgy penguins are going to be 100 ETH one day. Absolutely believe that. Absolutely believe that. I Bored Apes might get there again too. Point there is what we saw last cycle, 21-22, was not the peak of NFTs. It's not. We are going to have a run that puts all that to shame. I'm so sure of this. If you understand collectors and if you understand speculators, there's no doubt that it's going to come back bigger and better. It's simple. The user base is going to grow 100x, 1,000x, significantly. And all it takes is seeing people making profits in places for them to want to get into and start gambling on all this stuff. And make no mistake, most of this is gambling. It's a cool little hybrid of gambling and collecting, and there is a lot of collecting going on here too. But really, the point there is absolutely the space comes back, and it looks very much like it did that year, those 2 years, except bigger and better. In fact, this is where I like to point this out. Where I still think we're at in this cycle. Let me show you. It's my favorite thing to show, really. We're here, right? This is here since the end of October last year. Let's even expand this a bit. Well, I want to look at buyers, sellers in a quick moment here, but let me look just at sales to start. Okay. Here we go. End of October through right now, current. Still, to me, looks an awful lot like end of 2020, beginning of 2021, leading up to July. And then at the end of July, and especially in August, is when this space exploded. Exploded. I'm not sure that we're going to see this explosion right here, right now. If it happens, I'm not going to be shocked. I'll tell you that. But we don't have a rush of people coming into this space like we did then. We do need that to happen for this to explode. But when it does, I want you to see this is significantly higher than this period. And I'm telling you, when we get to this phase of this run, we'll be that much higher as well. I'm not going to be shocked to see multiple days with $1 billion in sales. Yes, a lot of wash sales in there, absolutely. A lot. But I'm not going to be shocked to see $1 billion in sales volume in a specific day or two. In fact, I feel like we've hit that before. And if not, we've come real fucking close. There we go, 484,000 there. This one's got to be is that $1 billion almost? Almost 600 million in a day here. May 1st, 2022, guys. That was the other side mint. We're going to see that again. We're absolutely going to see that again. And because don't forget the fact that we now have collectibles on Bitcoin. And there is a different type of liquidity in Bitcoin, guys. Make no mistake, that is going to happen again. Our user base right now, significantly higher than that time in 21. Significantly higher. So the people who came into this space, they did not leave. They have stayed. It had barely trailed off throughout the bear market too. Obviously, it did trail off a little, but barely. So when the next rush of users come in, it might look very similar to that as far as that growth. I have no way to project what that would look like, but I'm just expecting something very similar. And now with that massive base of users that comes in at some point, again, I don't know if it's coming up here imminently. I hope it is. We get this all over again. It's a matter of when. It is not a matter of if. It is coming. It's absolutely coming. That's it. Yep, cats, that's exactly it. And see, people who've been building out with that in mind, realistic expectations in mind, will do phenomenally well. Because they're collectors. The gamers, the people who are in the project collecting the game assets and playing the game are not going to be throwing FUD out there. They're not going to be defeated when they see prices that don't match these crazy unrealistic expectations. So you've already won because you're not going to have that kind of FUD when things are in profit, but we're talking maybe you got a little 2x. Maybe you made $10 here, $20 there, $1.50 here, 10 cents on this card. And then here and there, you're going to hit home runs. A couple $100 on this thing. You win this item in a game. Oh my God, it's worth $1,000. That's what it's going to look like when it reaches mass adoption. Little wins all over the place and some big, big wins. Very similar, guys, man. Very similar to the collectibles market, IRL. Packs of cards. A couple things worth a couple pennies. Man, hopefully you get a pack that's got something that actually covers the pack of the cards, right? Every so often you get that home run. That's what it's going to look like. All right, I want to peek at this, guys. I have no idea what S&D Genesis Battle is. No idea. Any of you guys know? Oh, cool shit. Luca Nets gave a little like on the show. Appreciate you, Luca. You just got to come on the show next. And by the way, him replying, I had the light bulb moment. He dropped a little light bulb as a reply. Honestly, I still cannot get over that realization. The crypto mascot. It's crazy to me. Crazy. Tickles the smart brother, obviously, because he got it. He understood from the get-go. But not me. Now I do. All right. Just want to see what these are, guys. Are, and then I want to, dude, art. Pudgies. Oh, interesting. Dare I click this link? Yikes, I might. Swords and Dungeons. There we go. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is it. 4K supply dropped on. Guys, if we start seeing new mints cook, look the fuck out. And we are starting to see, I'm telling you, we're starting to see it here. Okay, let's look at the sale prices. The mint was 0.1. Okay, these are primary sales, so that's good to know, okay? What we're looking at here is not secondary sales. As far as I can tell. Maybe these ones at 0.1094. Maybe those are. We'll keep our eye on this. But I believe these are all primary sales, guys, for the most part. Probably some sprinkled in there, but if you look at this, keep that 0.1 in mind when you see these sales. 0.1 even, probably a primary sale. Same with the 350 USDC. But if we start seeing anything way above, way below, even a little above or below, those are probably where we start getting a secondary sale. So we're keeping our eye on this. But man, we are watching like a hawk for new mints here because that's a sign of where we're at in this NFT market. And we're in a pretty decent spot now. Pops, brand new mint over on Solana. Bando Kids, new mint on Solana. Right? Keep your eye out for new collections minting. And especially if they do well. Especially if they do well on secondary. Glorp, I think, is new too. I want to peek at that. Decently new, minted on the 17th. Okay, so another newish collection there. I feel very strongly we've rounded that corner in NFTs. I do. And man, I don't want to get you too excited, but when we really round that corner, when this market is back, look, I know a lot of people are trying to position themselves in the best asset, right? What are you buying right now for when this market pumps? I'll tell you what. It's probably smart to get in a couple things, but for the most part, no, not doing it, honestly. Pudgy Penguin's probably smart to get into. Probably a Bored Ape, probably a Moon. I'll tell you, Moonbirds, I think, are a big opportunity. But no, man, for the most part, I'm staying out because if you were in that last cycle, the real place you won was brand new mints. Okay, so that's going to be my focus. Brand new mints. I'm not making sure to position myself in the right stuff now. I'm making sure to keep myself liquid so when new mints come around, I can actually play them. And by the way, when new mints pop off, guys, we will have whitelists. We got great connections with a lot of projects out there. So yes, stay plugged in here, guys. That's all I'm saying. Stay plugged in. We'll have whitelists to plenty of good shit on ETH, on Base, on Solana, on Bitcoin especially too, man. So we will do well together, as it should be, right? As it should be. All right, let's take a look at Magic Eden. I want to see floor prices. I want to see how NFTs are doing across these blockchains. Ooh, look at Bitcoin right now. Is that 70? No, in the past day. Let's give it a refresh. I just want to make sure I'm looking at good stuff. Okay, man, interesting. Puppet's down to 0.12, Node Monk's down to 0.15, Aeon's down to 0.005. Interesting. Boldnell's down to 0.12. Still a 10x. Still a 10x. A 12x? A 12x. Those are a 12x. Quantum Cat's 0.3. Why? Why? What's going on here? What? I have no idea why this would be happening right now. Unless people are seeing opportunity, this might make sense. Crypto dipping, right? Are people seeing opportunities over in the fungible token side, right? It could be. I mean, this isn't even dipping either. I don't know. I don't know other than there are cycles here. So maybe it's people just looking to play something else right now. Man, I'm really bullish on Based Angels. Really considering getting another. I would really like one. Yeah. The Milady meta. That's a special one, man, and it's why I think they are the next CryptoPunks. I'm sticking to that. I believe it. They just have something really interesting going on here, guys. Miladies do, right? As in, the more derivatives there are, the more their community just grows and grows and grows, and in a way, it starts getting similar to a fungible token collection. Fungible token collection. You know what I mean? Like a meme coin, something like that. Just growing base of users. There's something to it. It's very, very different, but I'm sensing something there. But yeah, Bitcoin stuff not doing fantastically today, although that's where you got some opportunities. Aeon's floor for that. Well, keep in mind these minted at 0.0018. Or was it 0.0015, right? Oh, dude, very nice. Very nice. You sold that perfectly. Yep. 0.015 is the tippity top. No, and I did not get an untitled. Was not quick enough. But yeah, these guys, hey, they're still a 2.5x from where they minted. So can they fall further? Absolutely. And there's a lot of guys here who have a bunch of these, right? A lot of guys swept up secondary here. About a 60% like owner to supply ratio, somewhere in that ballpark. 1,800 owners, 3,300 supply. A lot of guys out there I saw that were buying, 30, 40, 50 of these. So you got some big holders in the collection. These can fall further. These can definitely fall further. I don't know. I don't see them going much below 0.003. It depends. It depends how long this little phase goes on, with prices down over here, which did kind of surprise me. But I don't think they fall below mint. I'll put it that way. With that said, Bitcoin is probably the hardest ecosystem to predict right now because it's just a whole bunch of dumpers. It is. And Aeon's fantastic art and all, I don't think is an exception to that. A whole bunch of dumpers over there. It's why I always recommend consolidating to those top tier collections. As hard as they are to get into, man, because they're not cheap. But these guys are more resilient, and they still got those wild price swings. But they're much more resilient, and I feel much more confident about those going into the future here. The Puppets, Node Monks, Quantum Cats, OMB, those 4 still. 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 Yeah, interesting. Now let's see if we got a whole different thing going on ETH, which we do. We actually do. And yet, hey, without fail, and to a small degree today, but still happening, Milady's moving opposite Bored Apes. Time and time again, you peek at this screen, you'll see Milady's floor price up, Redacted Remilio floor price up, and you will see the Bitcoin ecosystem down. Again, not down much. You usually on those days would see the Pudgies also down too. Different because Pudgy Penguins, I think, are making there's some good press around them today, right? They look great out there. So who wouldn't want to be getting in there? Again, I want to. But yeah, usually you see the meme kind of NFTs go opposite of the don't say blue chips, don't say it. You know, the more established collections, right? Azuki down, right? Normally on those days with those projects ripping, those big boys are down. Doodle's down too, right? Again, that's the pattern. I swear, man, I think somebody could make a living swing trade in these things. I really think you could. Just trading between these collections and then the big boys here, they are always moving opposite, man. I would love to see somebody put that to the test. I should probably do it myself. But I have a feeling that would play out pretty damn well for you. I think so, guys. And Solana down too. Dude, interesting. Interesting. ETH ETFs go live. And Ethereum not cooking, but ETH NFTs doing decent. Yep. I'm surprised. I am. Man, you just can't predict this space sometimes, right? Yeah, all those down pretty big amount today. Kind of really surprised. Co-Museum, no. I'm pretty sure both my brothers, Tickle and Henry, are in there. But I didn't get the invite, man. I didn't get the invite. No, not me. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, it's an Azuki NFT skateboard, maybe that comes with a physical. Like, can you redeem it? I know Azuki had like those golden skateboards, but I didn't know they had another maybe line of physicals. I didn't know. That's cool though. I have that Pudgy trailer up on the side of my screen, and every time I glance at it, I just want to play it. Man. Anything else you guys see out there? Anything fun over in NFTs? We got Jim Cramer shit talking ETH.
We're going to look for these spot Ether ETFs to start today.
Remember, Larry Fink was here saying, look, people want it. I think that I've heard the Chevron decision, the Supreme Court decision that took away a lot of the power of agencies. I heard that invoked saying, look, because the SEC is a little challenged here, because Chevron says the agencies don't have much power. Obviously, we knew that Gary Gensler was not a big fan, but it doesn't matter. It's been overridden, and the fact that Ether's selling off is just a testament to how much it had been bid up. Not really anything significant.
We're going to look for these...
Whatever. How much it's been bid up. I don't know. Hey, Jim Cramer doesn't have the greatest track record for his calls, so... God, I'm so distracted. Holy cow. Holy cow. Oh, hey, Forgotten Runiverse has got a new trailer. Let's peek at that even, too. Sorry, we're at the point of the show where we're just going to go full scatterbrained. And I'm going to show you some art. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Please don't outbid me on stuff, please. I mean, you do you, but please. New Forgotten Runiverse trailer. God, this is out of all the Web3 games, all of them, this is the one I'm most excited about. Like, this is right up my alley.
Runiverse is the Web3 game everyone has been waiting for. It's been almost 3 years in the making, with support from the biggest players in the gaming space. In 2021, Forgotten Runes was launched. 10,000 on-chain wizards emerged and have since become the largest decentralized franchise in the world. They've infiltrated every part of Web3, creating a collaborative legendarium and an unmatched network of builders and adventurers. Together with the community, Forgotten Runes has shared their story across the web and real world with a globally published comic series, extensive
Comic's great,
community
by the way.
creations, and an
Whoa, whoa,
animated
whoa,
show
whoa. Is that a physical ring? Holy shit.
series, extensive community creations,
Oh my God.
and an animated show in development.
Oh my God. Come on.
In partnership with the seasoned group of
Oh my
AAA
God.
talent at Bison,
Guys, NFTs are going to be so fantastic here. Guys, come on. NFTs are about to get so fun. Dude, the quality that's coming to this space from real builders. Fucking forget the we're building meme. Forget that. We have some real builders here. We have, guys, blood, sweat, tears, experience, and love all being poured into this space, and we're finally about to see the fruits of their labors. Finally. This stuff takes years to build, and finally, after years of building, we're about to see it across the board here, man. NFTs 2.0 is going to melt faces, guys. My God.
a new epic fantasy MMORPG was born, Forgotten Runeverse. In this magic fantasy MMO, players explore a world based on the rich lore of the Forgotten Runes.
That looked like a chocobo. Come on. It's a chocobo. That's awesome. Look at, hang on, let's see him. Let's see him a little more clear. There he is, chocobos. That's fucking awesome.
Lore of the Forgotten Runes. The stories of the cult will come alive in the game as players explore dozens of biomes and regions
God,
to
let
learn
me in.
what havoc the singularity has wreaked upon the world, align themselves with one of the 7 wizard factions, and discover what was once forgotten. With a massive pixel art world,
Never
players
forget,
will
guys.
be able to
Never
group up
forget.
together to take on foes and extract resources from the world.
You guys will play this with me?
Active turn-based
This looks-
combat
dude, this
allows
looks
for
incredible.
exciting skill combinations and keeps
Wait, Dad, did you play this? Did you get hands-on? Because they're doing like an open play alpha, beta, something coming in August. Guys, we're going to be able to get our hands on this soon. Hopefully you don't have to be a holder of a ring or whatever to play this. I really want to play. At some point, I'm going to start calling in, not favors, but playing connections and trying to get a little more hands-on with some of this stuff. And people, again, I want Luca Nets on here. Trust me, I'm going to be blowing up his DMs. I want to get Luca on here. But man, come on, this looks amazing. You got to play, man. Wow. Wow. You liked it, huh?
Interesting, as players level up and expand their repertoire of magical skills and abilities to face ever more fearsome foes. After collecting resources from combat and gathering, players will also gain access to recipes to craft unique items, each one influenced by the recipe and skill of the player who crafts it. And where players go and what they do in the world is guided by the community. Land plots throughout the Runeverse will be player-owned and operated. Over time, these plots will evolve
Dude,
and
this
be
is
improved by
amazing.
players to allow guild creation, unlock high-level abilities, serve as hubs for local travel.
Okay, just random. I don't know why. This doesn't make any sense, but I, for some reason, picture Avagachis woven into this. I don't know why. And I know they're on base now, but I'm rooting for those guys.
And more. In the Runeverse, the culmination of all player activity is creation and true ownership.
Okay, the Watcher's Ring. Improved mana infusion, improved mana efficiency, unique player titles, unique cosmetic sets, unique familiars and mounts, bonus in-game mana. That's cool. I want one of those rings.
And true ownership. The inaugural
One of those assets I kicked myself for not buying during the bear, because it was very clear where those were heading.
play
0.3-ish in the bear market, like 1.25 last I saw.
test in 2023, the Eve of Memory event launched players
There we
into
go.
the Runeverse for the first
That is-
time.
that's what you
to
played,
help
huh?
push back the quantum shadow and infuse magic back into the world.
Man.
In 2024 and beyond, ever
We got this coming. We got the Treeverse coming, man. This space is really, really shaping up to do something special. I mean, special. I cannot wait, guys. I cannot wait. Hey, the Secret Service director resigned. Weird timing, man. She got brutalized yesterday. Resigns today. You know, I understand why. They put her out there as like a sacrificial lamb, like, right? She goes and stands in front of the committee, doesn't give any answers, which makes sense why she wouldn't. There is an open investigation, but no answers, make her look bad. She took one for the team, basically. And she was going to get let go anyways, but they're like, get her out there first. We get past that. But let her get through that knowing we're going to fire her. She's resigning the next day. And then we look better. It's pretty smart, honestly. Oh, hey. We're not finished until I show art, by the way. But Franklin Templeton, new PFP. How about that? How about that? Oh, man, things are changing. Times are changing. Special time here in this space, man. And honestly, guys, a treat to get to do this here with you. Honestly, I mean it. What a blast. All right, let's close this out by looking at some art. I'm telling you guys, a lot of my friends are getting bids on their art over on Tezos, and they're selling and they're making some money over there. Guys that got money who've been sitting on the sidelines are itching for art. They are. They're absolutely itching for art. I'm probably hurting myself by showing some of this because some of these I'm making bids on. I'm looking to get an RGB. I may. Oh my goodness, this will kill my browser, but I'm going to try it. I may go after a Takata. One of my all-time, I'm telling you, all-time favorite collections across any chain, anything. One of my absolute favorite pieces of art. All right, okay, I'll go off camera for a sec. Whatever. Trying to remember some of the commands here. You can actually change the perspective on this. These are amazing. So these actually change throughout the day. Every day, these they degrade, and man, it's an amazing collection, man. Love it. Anyway, thinking of throwing some bids on those because I think those are. They got another phase coming up actually, where you as an owner get to mint iterations of it, so you get more NFTs out of this thing, which is, I mean, whatevs, but also it's kind of cool. Looking for some of those. I'm shopping Zancans though, guys. I'm looking at kindergarten monoliths, or excuse me, monuments. Right, garden monoliths, I think I'm priced out. I just don't see that I'll ever make it to that. But believe me, people are shopping for them. There's a lot of people watching. God, I love those Takatas. RGB is probably high on that list of what I'm going after. But kindergarten monuments, it's a collaboration between Zancan and Yazid. This is probably the extent of what I'm looking to spend right now on art on Tezos. But this was a collection never was able to find my way into. These used to be priced in the thousands of Tez. Right? It's got a similar vibe to garden monuments or monoliths. Man, I get these mixed up, right? Thousands. And of course, we're going back a bit. But these did very well, and they only started suffering, like everything else, in the bear market. These will get there again. I am sure of it. Maybe not those heights, maybe not, but the fact that they're still about 1,000 Tez at the end of this bear, I got a lot of belief in this collection. I think it's a beautiful collection, so I'm definitely looking at stuff like this. I'd rather not pay floor price right now, but also I really would like to get one of these. So I'm targeting stuff like that. Again, garden monoliths. I just don't see how that happens. But I'm watching, and again, others are watching. They really are. But there's a lot out here that's actually pretty damn appealing. And yes, most of what I'm looking for is Zancan art. I think Zancan's going to have his time kind of in the spotlight again. Probably going to have a mint coming out at some point too, but you know, historically his stuff has done very well. And man, I'm just a collector of his stuff. I have a lot. I've got some nice stuff of his. So I want to grow out the collection. Again, I did buy one this morning. Which one? This guy right here bought. It's a set of 4, these Lush Temples NYC. So I bought the Saturday piece to go with the Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. So now the complete set of that. Really happy about it. But he's got some smaller editions that are, you know, still kind of priced as they were in the bear market. Something like this, like the Cradle. Definitely looking at grabbing that. Not even throwing an offer, but just grabbing that. So definitely see some opportunities. And then I'll show you the one. Man, something like this. This is one of his most gorgeous pieces, and this is priced pretty damn low considering where this one was really in the bull market. Probably around 500 TES or so. But Spirit Animal. This is one I might make a run for. It's one of his earliest pieces, right? Doesn't look like anything else he has for the most part. Actually, I would love to make a run at this guy here. They would have to come down significantly. I'd throw like 1,200 TES at it. So I have this one, His Majesty Uncrowned, and Spirit Animals, very similar vibes here, right? Both very early Zancan pieces. They're editions of 15. So kind of think this would be cool to pair with it, right? This is not priced terribly right now at all. 1,800 TES. Considering these have sold for, there we go, 1,500, 1,900, 1,600. What did these sell for back in the day? 1,200. Okay, so I'd want to offer a little more than 1,000. I don't want somebody taking a loss on this, to be honest. I guess some people bought them in the 700s. And actually, if you were an original minter, these probably were 50. Let's see. Wow, a lot of people, people are buying these in the hundreds. God, I miss art, guys. I could scroll art all day long. The way a lot of people trade meme coins, I could do that with art. Man, special collection over there. Really all of his work. So I'm looking, I'm throwing offers, and maybe the point there, guys, still is if I'm throwing offers, other people are definitely throwing offers, right? They definitely are. In fact, I'm going to throw an offer at this. I don't expect it to be taken. But I'm going to throw like 1,000 TES. I don't expect somebody to take this. If they do, I'll be really happy. Like, this is one of my favorite pieces of his. Never expected I could get it, but gonna try. We'll see. 1,000 TES. Hey, let's see. I'm going to see historical sales. If somebody's in profit with this, 1,200, 1,100, 15, 2,000. You know, now might be the time to throw like 750. You know what I mean? Try to get it cheaper. Some of these guys would be in profit. 400. Some of these guys held through the bear and they just maybe want out. 700 for something like that. Maybe not a bad idea. I think out of all Zancan's collections, right, his 1/1s in those long-form collections, well, because they're all 1/1s, hold their value decently. The editions like this, 20 edition, I don't know if they hold their value the same way they used to. And I think that is the biggest thing to suffer from the bear market is editions. But I'm not sure. It's just a gut feeling here. I don't think editions survive the same way. God, this reminds me of a comic book for some reason, though. This is one of my favorite pieces of his. So yeah, I'm really tempted to make an offer here. Love this one. Again, it feels like a comic. Man, I love this. Got some thinking to do. Got some planning, you know? All code. This is all generative code. It's wild. All JavaScript. Come on. That's wild. Yeah, I don't think I would throw. I definitely wouldn't be throwing 6,900 TES. I wouldn't be throwing 1,500, I don't think, but tempted to start at 600 and maybe work my way up. I just don't know what the cap is, you know? But some great opportunities out there. Yeah, what do the Wizards cost? I'm curious, man. And by the way, yes. Yeah, so they already snapshotted the NFTs from ETH, Right, so they snapshotted those. They have not been minted on Ronin yet, as far as I saw. There was a little delay there, but yeah, it's on Ronin now. What do those wizards cost? Nice. Yeah, I'm curious what those wizards cost. And the lands, like I would love to get in their ecosystem. Again, takeaway, guys like me and guys with much more money than me, way fucking more, which is most people, are shopping for art. That's your takeaway. So if you're a believer in art and you think it's going to cycle back, and if you play art, you know, I'll speculate a little on it, it's probably not a bad time to start accumulating, even if you're looking to flip out of stuff, right? Kind of tempted to throw an offer at that. It's one of his more colorful pieces, which when I look at my collection, I don't have much with color. That's awesome. Oh, I love that. Yeah, might throw an offer at that. 50. I could beat 50. I can beat 50. I can do that. Let's see. Yeah, these used to go in the 200 plus range. 450, 550, 300. But I like to go back further because I do think a lot of people minted these and have just held. 300. Most of this stuff mints pretty damn cheap. 90. 110. Let's see if we can find the actual mint price. 130. There we go. That's the start. 46. Anybody who's still holding's in profit. So that's why I don't feel bad throwing a lowball kind of offer here, like throwing 150. 150 to get a 76 edition Zancan. Again, I don't think editions perform as well as they used to. That might be a thing of the past. We'll see. Tezos back though, man. It absolutely is. It's definitely starting to come back. It is, and that's exciting to me. And I'll tell you what, Tezos being back, it's got the opportunity to do better than it ever had, because when it was rocking last time around, man, they had no support from the Tezos Foundation. Very, very little. Instead, now they've actually hired a bunch of people from the Tezos space, right? Some artists and community people who are now really on the comms over there and really helping direct, their marketing. So now if art comes roaring back, which I feel like it might, guys, it's going to have a different kind of support. And I'm really happy to see that. So Tezos may come back and do really well here. Really well. I can't wait. Here's some of my Zancans. I love it. I love these two, by the way. These were with the FX params where you actually pick your parameters. You get to basically kind of create your piece. Spent a lot of times getting these outputs exactly right? Trying to get it with just one flower here. And this one, designing it so those monoliths, right? Very clean. Bunch of monoliths and just one plant in the front with some of those yellow berries. Took a lot of work to get it like that, and I love it. Love these two. This one, too, I liked it. I didn't spend too much, but I liked the look of it. The separation with the sky and then down here. Love that. This is one of my grails, though. I love that bug forest. Man, I love Zancan. Love him. Love that dude. But yeah, Tezos back, art back. And, man, I'm going to end here, of course, on a little slam shill. But, guys, yeah, make sure you're following Crypto Slam on X. SlamX over on X. SlamNet over on X. A whole lot going on, guys. You can read through the white paper for the entire ecosystem on slamnet.xyz, right? Click on Slam Token. You'll see the tokenomics, but you're also going to see basically what's going on throughout the ecosystem here. And just know we have a lot to announce here. More partners, big names, people you all know, names you all know. So really excited to get those out there. And man, I just can't get enough.
Let there be an open source network
ETFs,
where money
baby.
flows more transparently. Let there be
Pudgy Penguins,
transactions
consumer
without
crypto.
resource-intensive mining activities.
Man,
Let there
feels
be
freaking great.
tech that can unchain. Your code is the key. Let Ether be.
I'm a fucking nerd, but this
Enter
is so
the
awesome.
Ether with ETH. You can now get Ether exposure for
Anyway,
zero
guys.
fees with the VanEck Ethereum ETF.
Hope you enjoy the rest of your morning here.
An investment
I'll see you
in
at
the trust
4:30
involves
p.m.
significant
Eastern
risk
time.
and may not be suitable for all
Over on the
investors.
afternoon
The
show
trust
with
is not an
Henry,
investment company
with Joe.
registered under the Investment Company
Obviously, a
Act
lot to talk
1991
about here today.
or a commodity pool
Can't
for the
freaking wait.
purposes of the
Guys,
Commodity Exchange Act,
we'll see
and
you
thus
then.
offers fewer
See ya.
investor protections. Brokerage fees and